Well, hello everybody. Welcome to the latest film about DECT NR+ for the DECT Forum YouTube channel and DECT Today magazine. Today I'm talking with Teppo Hemia, CEO of Wirepas. Teppo, perhaps you could tell us a little bit about your background and the background to your company.
Sure, and thanks Vince, having me. Great pleasure to be here. I have been in this wireless and connectivity business since mid-90s. Started my career in Nokia, and where I had several technology roles as a chief architect also at some point, and looking after the Nokia baseband chips, especially from portfolio standpoint. Then moving to France, working for ST Microelectronics, and seeing there the mobile platform world for different handset makers. And then moving back to Finland, and that was a time when I decided to try something different, and I crossed to Wirepas, which was a recent spin-off from Tampere University of Technology, where this decentralized networking concept was under research for 10 years. So that's important background. These new innovations doesn't happen overnight, although they become visible often like that. Now I have been enjoying being the CEO in the company.
Okay, so where does Wirepas position itself in the IoT market?
First of all, we are a software company, so we don't do any hardware. And what we do is that we have continued the valuable research by taking this technology further, and also, of course, productize it to different markets. And we position ourselves as a company like helping the IoT and digitalization projects to succeed. I think that's very important to remember. It's not only about megabits and milliwatts and so forth. That's an important mission to have. And the way we do it is that we offer this decentralized networking architecture, which gives a lot of benefits like no limits in scale, very reliable, high densities. You can runtime, adjust low power, and so forth. And that we offer on different silicon platforms. And we use today like Bluetooth chips for very low cost, low power, sub-gigahertz radios for longer range, like in smart metering. And now here, when we are talking about NR+, we are putting that in together with the very modern physical layer, OFDM HARC capable radios. And that will over time take space from that sub-gigahertz type of market. And there our positioning really is to be leading this 5G standardization work with our partners and offer software under license that helps then this project to succeed in various use cases.
Okay, then when did you first start to explore the possibility of using the DECT standard and the DECT dedicated spectrum as the base for what we now know as DECT NR+?
Yeah, it's a great question because, of course, when we were living this journey, we realized obviously early that we need to and we want to open this somehow and standardize this somehow. And we looked different options. But actually, some very clever people in our standardization and research team asked the question a little bit differently than most. They asked that where is the spectrum? And that led us to ETSI and DECT group in the standardization. And that was a very, very important first move. And we quite fast, realized that we are sharing the vision where the DECT, could be taken. And we were happy to contribute all what we were able to contribute and bring the mesh into that standard. And that way, like and like the audience probably very well know, this is the only standard having dedicated free to operate global frequency band, which is it's an enormous asset.
Well, yeah, it's kind of a match made in heaven, isn't it, really? But on this project, you've worked closely with Nordic Semiconductor. How has that worked out?
It has been really, really good. Of course, we were very, very lucky to have been together already before this standardization work. So we had built, common business and common trust, and And we also shared the vision very fast that, hey, we need to offer something to the market that makes this IoT easier to deploy in large volumes and large scale and so forth. And then they are a very capable team. They have great silicon platform, and this NRF91 that we are now using for the first products is a great platform where they were able to modify it to the spec so that this DECT NR plus requirements can be met and make this kind of a peer-to-peer communication which was needed for the mesh. So really enjoying, and recently we all have seen also our common efforts in marketing side. We have also demonstrated this together, so it was a great event last week when we were doing that together in Mobile World Congress, putting let's say these platforms together and showing the long range capabilities as well as the reliability and automatic power control and that sort of things.
Well, I know you publicly demonstrated NR Plus at Mobile World Congress last week. Did that, which is a real milestone, by the way, how did it all work out?
It was really, really good. I mean, even for myself personally, I mean, I really felt a warm pride in my chest seeing that live after the hard work and great collaboration with Nordic. And yeah, I mean, I was very pleased to have a discussion with several analysts, some media folks, and of course important customers and strategic partners. So it was great step, and now it also serves us as a teaser, if you like, to join us again next week at the Embedded World, which is then for developers.
Indeed. So, okay, well, I know this is what's either known as the $6 million question or the how long is a piece of string question, but how big do you see the potential for DECT NR Plus?
It's really interesting because now kind of we are seeing first time a mesh type of a topology, which is actually something that everybody has wanting, but it has had its faults. So whether it hasn't been ranging enough, or whether it has been complex to put in large scale, or whether it doesn't have enough performance in kind of a throughput wise. And now all these things are coming very nicely together. So ranging is 2 to 3 kilometers, which is exceptional, while keeping like megabit per second level, or even up to 3.4 megabit per level level on the physical layer, which is totally unique, and then combined with this ever scaling architecture of decentralized networking. It's really unique combination, and we already see a very good match, especially in smart metering side. And more broadly speaking, in smart cities like street lighting, general sensoring, and so forth, but also especially smart buildings or building management systems, as many say, like HVAC and lots of features like emergency lighting, smoke detectors, and campus areas, big factories, condition monitoring type of applications. So there are endless amount of applications for this.
So we have an emerging standard for NR Plus. We have real life demonstrations taking place. We have to ask the question, when do you think NR Plus will be a real solution that can be deployed?
Actually, very soon. We have already, as a company, released the first software to our lead customers. So there are a few who are super eager to get started. Of course, in the beginning, we give a limited amount of those because we need to still continue with the development with Nordic. Our goal is to be able to give a beta release to all who are interested after the summer. So let's say third quarter, and then the GA release by end of the year. But what is good is that all these hardware design elements and they are ready. So if there is a people interested, they can start to look at it already. They can see our demonstrations. They can have a good discussion about the first implementation spec and so forth. So we are ready when the designs are ready. That's our goal already.
This is really exciting, isn't it? So I know Wirepas is a little famous for its disruptive marketing. Do you think NR Plus can shake up the IoT market and challenge the cellular-based solutions that have been heavily promoted by the operators?
Yeah, of course, we need to be innovative, in this noisy world where there's a lot of marketing. And in purpose, we did choose a little bit different approach than the most. So we realized that many companies, many standards and technologies, they are really, in this kind of a performance feature domain of discussion. We wanted to bring a little bit human aspect, and we wanted to, bring the purpose aspect and the fact that, hey, it doesn't need to be complex. Let's simplify things. And we are shy people from Nordic, so we are not good in making bragging. So that's why I need a mom to tell the story, and it's working actually very, very well.
Yes.
And of course, it's a great way of bringing the news and bringing the updates. So it is really, really cool.
Well, these are really exciting times, and I know I speak for the rest of the members of the DECT forum to say that we're very excited also that Wirepas has become a member of the DECT forum. And I'd like to thank you for your time today, and I don't think this is the last time we'll be talking together for DECT forum marketing activities. Thank you, Teppo.
Thank you, Vince, and of course we appreciate DECT Forum big time as well. You have a long history, and you have, taken good care of, after the ratification of this spectrum and so forth, that it goes smoothly different parts of the world, and we are totally committed in that, and totally committed to work on the next releases as well of the standard with the partners. So really exciting times, as you said. We're looking forward, really to bring this to our customers' benefit.
Here's to the journey.
Thank you.